Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt and it's a pleasure to be back with you guys on the channel today, and we're going to be talking about what is perhaps one of the greatest missteps in the history of Robinhood. If you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't already seen what everybody has been waiting for, November 1st here was the day in which everybody was hoping to see SHIB on the Robinhood app, and we've talked in previous videos about this a lot. And when it comes down to it, this would be an extremely advantageous move for both SHIB and Robinhood. And you guys can see SHIB is doing good here on the day, up 7%, which is definitely not bad, with a volume here of around 9 billion, market cap of around 39 billion. So everything is still holding strong. But what really was the disappointment was this volume, because while 9 billion is still a lot, back over the past week it was a lot higher, and volume on that scale was leading towards tons of people looking to buy it. How can I buy this? How can I get in on this? And Robinhood could have been at the forefront for that. Now there's a tweet here that I wanted to go over here that we saw yesterday, saying that he has an insider who works at Robinhood app. He was able to sneak this screenshot out for me, and essentially the idea is 8 a.m. but the problem is it's already past 8 a.m. It is noon right now here Eastern Standard Time, so this did not happen. This is very disappointing, of course. You guys can see this is the DM. Again, I don't know if this is accurate or if this is a fake DM. It very well could be a fake DM, but this is from a guy who looks to be pretty reputable. He works for CNN, Wall Street Journal, whatever, so it does not appear that he was being accurate in this tweet. Either that or whoever it was that was saying this was not being accurate. So when it comes down to it, this big set of hype, this 8 a.m., oh my goodness, 8 a.m., this did not happen. And so many people have been asking me on my streams, you know, November 1st, is that the day? That's what I was hoping too. It seemed like it made sense. It seemed like they would have hopped on right after the sort of main, sort of hype train and could have reignited it if they wanted to. That felt like would have made a lot of sense, but for some reason, it just didn't seem to happen. But you know what else makes a lot of sense? Getting started on Webull, guys. Top of the link down below in the description. It is so easy to do. You guys can make an account over there and get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300. So if you guys are interested in getting started trading stocks and crypto, and yes, they do have SHIB over there, you guys can check out Webull. Top of the link down below in the description. I would love to have you guys over there. When it comes down to it, guys, we are still seeing decent gains here on the day, and thankfully everything has been behaving in the way that I had wanted it to. So if you guys have been sort of out of the loop here recently, what we were looking at is a rounded top here, which is inherently very bearish, and a lot of people have pointed this out to me. I didn't even know what that was, but there were a lot of people on my live streams who talked about this, and I said, you know what, I got to do some homework on this. So a rounded top, something like this, is inherently not very good. It shows a bearish trend in the near future, and that obviously is pretty bad. Now, what we wanted to see happen with SHIB was to see a very clean set of triangles, a very clean set of wedges here that you could use to fill this out. But again, the problem with these wedges is that these highs are just not high enough. They're not filling it out like they should be. And again, the more accurate it is, the more it fills out a wedge, the more you can predict, because these wedges have a very historical record of leading towards breakouts, and unfortunately when it doesn't really fit the wedge, that makes it a little bit more difficult. So it looks as if this behaved in the fashion of a symmetrical wedge, because we are seeing some bullish movement happening now, but this was pretty bad because it made it very difficult to sort of classify exactly what was going on. So after we have this sort of symmetrical wedge, we have a new set of territory here that is started as a bounce off of 60, and that 60 line has been extremely good to me since I already kind of mentioned it a few days ago. The 60 line has been pretty accurate. I'm very surprised that a prediction like that has been so true, but when we pull it up, guys, it looks as if that 60 line, yeah, really is the spot that we cannot get under. And you guys see 1, 2, 3 sort of and 4 instances in which it almost hits that 60 line, and it either goes under for a second and snaps right back, or is resistant to falling below that. So as long as we can stay, in my opinion, somewhere above this, I think we'll be okay. And I think sitting in the low 70s or even high 60s is okay for the majority of people. There are people out there who bought at 88, which, definitely sucks if that was you. But I'd say that the majority of people bought somewhere between 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So even if you're down a little bit, I think that is roughly the worst case scenario now, since the majority of people bought somewhere around here, somewhere from, 30 to 70-ish. So I think the majority of people are pretty happy. Now, what we have to decide when looking at this is whether or not it is going to consolidate over the next couple of days. And this is what I was hoping for. So again, I do not want any more volatile, graph movements like this. I want it to bounce literally between 73 and 70 for the next week. That would be wonderful, because if we had that happen, it would be strong. It would be geared up for another run. It wouldn't be nearly as volatile. It would have proven itself that it can hold and sustain itself at around 70. I think that would be fantastic. So in my best case scenario, we watch this set up from, 73, 74-ish, with a bottom of 69, 70-ish, and it literally just sits here and it bounces off the top and the bottom and the top and the bottom for a week. This would be awesome. This would be amazing. Do we know that this is going to happen? No, but that is a reasonable guess I have in a good case scenario of just watching it kind of bounce like this. Again, until we have another sort of social media movement, which, Robinhood could have been the one, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like that happens today. Until we have another social media movement like this, I don't see it hitting the 80s again for a little bit, just because it needs some time to kind of cool off, man. And when we check the relative strength index, I would say it's going to be pretty low. Yeah, pretty low here, pretty low intensity. It's right around the middle, which is good. Nothing overly volatile, not all the way at the bottom being oversold, not all the way at the top being overbought, just a very consistent, kind of thing like this around the middle, which I would like to see as well in the future, just to keep it from having any weird volatile jumps or dips in getting ready for another bull run. And a lot of people in the comments, I've had questions about, oh, why do you, say negative things, whatever. Guys, I like to be honest. I like to tell you where I really think things are going to go. It is not accurate of me to suggest that SHIB could go up 100% every single day forever. We have to have days of pullback. We have to have days of consolidation like this, because if we don't, it could come crashing down, and I never want that to happen for anyone out there. So the goal is to prevent that, weird crash from happening in any circumstance, and the best way to do that, to prevent crashes like that, is just to consolidate for a long period of time in a horizontal way. And we have a historical record of this happening. Take a look, guys. When we go all the way back here from October 8th up until the 23rd, it's basically just a long period of consolidation. You could watch this literally bounce horizontally for a series of like 20 days. And after it does this, you guys can see it has a breakout that is extremely strong, is extremely well supported, and I don't think we're ever going to get back to the 20s again like this. I don't think we're ever going to get back to 22 again. I don't see this happening anytime in the near future, because it had all of this time to trade horizontally to get ready for this kind of an explosion. And again, even if it ends up crashing down to 62, I still think that could be a good case scenario. Even worst case scenario, if it crashed down to like 50, I still think this is better for the majority of people who bought all the way down here. If we didn't have this long period of consolidation before this breakout could have been a lot, less sustainable and a lot more volatile. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily SHIB vids. My name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.